Did you see that news clip?
Leave a comment below.
Make sure you like and subscribe.
Make sure you like and subscribe.
Welcome to another episode of Clips of News. On today's episode, I wanted to talk about ransomware and more so cybersecurity, right? So there has been a lot of, the rise in ransomware attacks has been growing a lot more. Like companies and cities and banks and hospitals have their technology, their databases, their software have been getting. So what happens is these groups, they get like some ransomware and they basically hold the information, the data of the location, whether it's a hospital or a school or a city or a water treatment center or a gas company, but they hold that information hostage. So different people do different things. Hospitals, they hold like patient records and things like that. But if you hold the power company ransom, then there's no power running to the hospital if you shut off the technology and things like that. So there's been a rise in ransomware, but we're gonna listen to the news story. But the main thing that I wanted to take from this after we listen to it is then I'll get into it. But let's listen to this story and check this out.
For more on cyber threats, we bring in ABC's Chief Justice Correspondent, Pierre Thomas. Pierre, it's reported that Colonial Pipeline went ahead and paid that ransom over the hack. What have you learned about that?
Lizzie, we're still sorting out how the ransom might have been paid. These ransomware attacks are complicated and can sometimes involve third parties. But I've been told by sources that the ransom demanded was in the low millions of dollars, and that attack launched by a gang using ransomware developed by DarkSide, a group of hackers based in Russia. Lizzie, this is a stunning reminder of how vulnerable U.S. companies are to such hacks and the limitations of the federal government in controlling how companies maintain their security and respond to these kind of attacks. We know the FBI's position was that the ransom should not be paid, Lindsay.
And we've heard from experts, though, that companies quite often do pay these ransoms, which of course makes this crime profitable and attractive to bad actors. What do U.S. officials say about that? And is there anything that they can do to stop companies and individuals from making these payments?
Lizzie, we've found out that in the past year, U.S. companies and consumers have paid ransoms in the amount of about $350 million. So this is an ongoing and very lively and clearly profitable thing for criminals to do. Now, again, the FBI is saying you shouldn't pay this. I talked to a Secret Service source today who said they always tell companies not to pay the ransoms, but clearly these companies are under pressure. And to be honest with you, there's not a lot that the federal government can do, because these are private entities and they control how they respond.
And you talked about how profitable this is. According to DHS, ransomware is also now the fastest growing cybercrime. And we've heard from experts that it's a relatively cheap crime to pull off. So what can the government do to fight it?
Well, again, this software was developed by this group DarkSide, and apparently they dole it out to whoever wants to use it. And then when it's used, the people that do the extortion pay them a cut of what they make. Now, you're right. This is a very fast rising type of crime. The Homeland Security officials reported in the last week or so that they've seen a nearly 300% jump in ransomware cases in the past year, Lindsay.
Pierre Thomas, our thanks to you.
With that news clip, a couple things that I wrote down that wanted to go over, right? So first off, I just want to talk about the businesses, how they say that the businesses are entities, but let's remember in the United States that we consider businesses or corporations to be people. They're able to sue, they're able to be sued, so on and so forth. So the same way that our government, I'm not really pro big government, but I'm not pro little government either. What I'm pro is the government doing what it was designed to do, which is the government is designed to protect people from other people and protect people from corporations abusing them. In which case, corporations are considered people, so we could have just said protect people from other people. But I say protect people from corporations as well, because to me, corporations are not people, they're corporations. So with that being said, if corporations are considered people by the United States government, then how is it that their systems can be stolen or grabbed up or yanked up and they don't do nothing? They don't do nothing. Of course, it should be expected that they don't do nothing. There's a lot of people who go to foreign places and are arrested or beaten and killed by other governments, political parties and nothing gets done. You know what I mean? And to me, those type of acts are acts. If we go to war for anything, we should go to war for those type of things. Like, you can't just kill our citizens. You know, you can't do that. Like, no, that means you want to fight. So we're going to fight, because people need to be able to go anywhere in the world and not be afraid that they're going to get murdered because, you know, Russia don't like Americans, so all of a sudden Americans are dying in Russia. So the FBI tells these people don't pay. The FBI says to the corporations, don't pay the money, don't pay the ransom. They tell people when their loved ones get kidnapped, don't pay the money, don't pay the ransom. So what do I do? You want me to do what? Do nothing while my person is gone, while my information has been stolen, while my business can't function, while people are dying, nothing is to be done? What are you going to do? What? Something has to happen. Like, something must occur. We must do something. So if paying the ransom is going to get us back our stuff, then let's go ahead and do that. In which case, usually when you pay the ransom, yes, the people release the information or they pay up. Like, they give back what they took, because it's only good business to be known that way. You know what I mean? You know, people think criminals are like just these boogeymen, these super ultra bad people. But let's be realistic. If you kidnap people and people pay you ransom, and then and that's your thing. It's just like robbing a bank. You can't kill all the people that you kidnap. You ain't gonna make no money. Word on the street is gonna get around that when this dude kidnaps you, you don't get your people alive. So either you guys are gonna say, all right, forget him, he's dead already, or you're gonna, hey, it's time to go to war, I gotta go kill this guy. But if you're known to kidnap people and pay the ransom, just like a drug dealer that's known for good drugs, or a guy who's known to rob banks, that's the guy, that's the person you're gonna want in your corner, or doing the thing, or whatever. You know what I mean? You're gonna feel good paying the ransom, because you're gonna know, I'm gonna get back my stuff, my people, whatever. Okay. So, why is this news story so delicious and so good for us, the regular people, the common folk, right? Because with the rise of cyber attacks and ransomware, you're talking about there's now going to be a rise in jobs. They're going to need these jobs. So if you're looking to go to school or learn something, or you're looking to expand your knowledge or get into a new career, and you want to get into technology, maybe you don't feel like you can learn coding and code and build apps. There's other things that you can do. You can learn how to make microchips. So now you can go work in a microchip factory or design microchips, so on and so forth. And here you can learn cybersecurity. You can learn how to protect from ransomware or get the information back, so on and so forth. Another way to make money off of this whole ransomware thing that keeps happening is investing. So now you're looking into companies that protect from ransomware or make software to fight against ransomware, or invest in the companies that make the ransomware. You know what I mean? That's always a pretty good investment if you're that type of person. I don't invest in prisons or guns or anything that I feel is not, you know, ethical, because again, this life is not really it's a physical life, but it's more about spirituality than physical. It's important that we never ever forget that. So with that being said, cybersecurity is like an opening, booming market. Like they're going to be hungry for this. Governments are going to need to hire more cybersecurity. They're going to need people to work there. You can start your own cybersecurity company once you've learned how to do cybersecurity and what it means. You teach yourself. You go to school. These are opportunities for regular, everyday people like you and me. That's what I'm saying. So with that being said, I saw the news clip, I thought about it, and I just wanted to make the video and share that with everybody. So, you know, I just want to thank you guys for watching. And please share your thoughts about cybersecurity. And if you like the new angle, the new camera angle, I actually changed up my camera angle. I think I like this one better than the other angle. And I'm actually working on a giveaway on my Twitter. So follow me on Twitter. I'm going to be working on giving away some merchandise, some shirts, some josephrbristol shirts. It'll look similar to this, but not really like this. Made again by Vibrant Styles. If you're looking to get some custom made shirts, but I'm gonna be giving them away on my Twitter. So follow me on Twitter, and I'll be announcing, you know, the giveaway soon, like how I'm gonna do it and the rules and all that good stuff soon. I'm working on. I'm putting it together. Hopefully this week. By this week, I'll drop that. So thanks for watching another episode of Clips and News. Let's all remember, man, we all out here trying to do the same thing. Just be happy and survive. Y'all stay blessed.